Hey there everybody, I hope you're staying happy and healthy in these strange times. Welcome to the first episode of Behind the Song. This is a series dedicated to diving deeper into the music and the message behind tracks that are either available right now to the public or about to be available leading up to the release of Everyone Everywhere. Alright, the first track we're going to talk about is Stepping Stone. It got released as a single this past fall and is the first track off of Everyone Everywhere, the forthcoming album. So with that one, a big thing is arrangement and dynamics. As early as some of the rehearsals that we had with Matt Williams, our producer, we knew we wanted to bring something to the table that we had never done before. We wanted to introduce new sounds, new textures, and kind of blend a lot of different genres. Just thinking about the intro alone, we thought about that a good bit. We wanted to have the intro kind of throw people for a loop and kind of have them scratching their head of as far as what song or what kind of music am I listening to. And there's a lot of things that happen once in that song. There's a lot of little things that you can listen for that are subtle but quite beautiful. And I think that's one of my favorite things about it. There's things that happen once and it's not super repetitive. Yeah, the melody and the guitar hook is almost the same throughout the song, but there's certain breakdowns and different changes that just keep people hooked, and that's one thing we really strived for on that one, was having a fun, different arrangement. Hard to give in. Giving feels like losing. Alright, so the lyrics are the overall message of Stepping Stone. The song is ultimately about relationships, romantic and not romantic. The lines that you hear repeated the most in the song on the pre-chorus: hard to give when given feels like losing, hard to love when the language of love is confusing. And that's really just steeped in the idea that in relationships or situations in life we can give and give, and we can just end up exhausting ourselves because that situation or that person just isn't ready to receive our love and affection. And sometimes we get misread and we don't feel adequately represented. I knew that was something that a lot of people shared. The first line, going to the beginning of the song, yeah, I got the job, but it barely pays the rent. That was a line that I had bounced around in my head for about a year or so. I knew that it could grab people. I was waiting on the right riff or the right song to put it into. And I knew it was highly relatable to not just musicians, but anybody that feels the strain that money can be. It comes and goes and it can be a real pain in the ass. I knew a lot of people could relate to that. On the second verse, your fair weather friends who only want the gold, put them through the test, all the colors get shown. That's all about the fact that in this life we have friends, we have family, we have colleagues that ultimately come and go, because sometimes when things get really tough, sometimes when our character gets tested and we act in ways that are appropriate and not appropriate, some people will leave you, some people will just vanish. The people that stick around, those are your true friends, those are your true family and colleagues. I think ultimately, at the end of the song, I want people to feel lighter. I want people to look back on hard times that they felt in relationships, romantic or not, and look back and say, hey, I overcame that, and I'm stronger because of it. Alright everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of Behind the Song. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll be talking about the track Natural Romantic. Y'all stay happy and healthy. We love you very much. We'll talk to you soon.